Hello, my glamorous people, and welcome back to another episode of the Not As Glamorous podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know what I'm going to say. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help support me, and I will appreciate it a lot if you did so. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, go ahead, follow the show, leave a rating and a review. I would love to hear your input. Also, just a reminder, this podcast does have a visual version now on YouTube if you're listening to the audible version of it. So you can go check it out there if you would like to see the visuals. All right, now let's go ahead and conclude this love series. Today, we're talking about romantic love. And at this age, after dating and being in relationships, I can honestly say they have taught me a lot. And not just about love, but about myself as well. Romantic relationships, they have a way of revealing parts of you that you didn't even know that were there, or things that you thought you buried a long time ago. And nobody really warns you about this before you get into a relationship. But relationships, they are a mirror. They reflect your communication style, your emotional patterns, your triggers, your wounds, your expectations that you have. And if I'm being honest, sometimes it's uncomfortable to look at what that mirror is reflecting and showing me. Well, for me at least, it can be a little bit uncomfortable at times. It's actually much easier to blame the other person, to point the finger at them, to say, well, they did this and they didn't show up and they neglected me. But you know what they say, when you point the finger, you have 3 more fingers pointing right back at you. But relationships, they will always expose those areas where healing is still needed in some places. They show you how you handle conflict, how you respond to disappointment, how you give love, and how you receive it. Being in relationships, it forced me to slow down and ask myself some hard questions. Like, why does this trigger me? Why do I react this way? Why do I shut down here? Or why do I overgive over there? And through that reflection, I've learned something important about myself. I learned that I'm very loving. I'm kind. I'm giving. I show up with great intentions. I care deeply, and I love wholeheartedly. But I also learned that love is not a solo act. Not at all. Love is a partnership. It's not about one person carrying the emotional load while the other one just coasts through. It's not about one person always compromising while the other one gets to stay comfortable in their comfort zone. Love requires teamwork. It requires communication, not just talking, but listening as well. And bless those who have different communication styles. Because child trying to get on one page, it is tough. But it requires effort from both sides. It requires accountability. It requires vulnerability. And one of the biggest lessons romantic relationships have taught me is that chemistry alone, it's not enough. We all hear that saying, love is not enough. And that's true, because chemistry, it can start the relationship, but alignment, that is what's going to sustain it. Having the same shared values, that's what matters. Shared goals matter. Shared vision matter. You can be attracted to someone and you can enjoy their company. You can have fun with them and like them and still be like, something is off here. And it's because y'all are not aligned. And misalignment doesn't make them a bad person. It just means that relationship that you guys have is going to require more effort than it possibly should. Love is a beautiful thing, but it's not effortless. Real love asks you to grow. It asks you to communicate, even when it's uncomfortable or challenging. It asks you to take a look at yourself honestly and do the work that you need to do. And that's where that mirror comes in. Romantic love will show you where you're healed and where you're not. Where you are secure and where you still seek validation. Your insecurities, they will show. They will show where you're strong and where you still need a little bit of more grace. And if both people are willing to do that work, if both people are willing to grow and love, then it will come something really special. It won't be perfect, but it will be intentional. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. And I've learned that loving a partner well also means you're knowing yourself well. You know your boundaries, you knowing your needs, knowing your non-negotiables, because the healthier you are, the healthier that relationship can be. And loving someone doesn't mean losing yourself. In fact, you guys will be in for a disaster if you lose yourself. It just means showing up whole. Romantic love at its best doesn't complete you, it complements you. And when love is rooted in mutual respect, shared values, and a willingness to grow, it becomes one of the most beautiful experiences life has to offer. Love is truly a beautiful thing that honestly I wish everyone could experience. I want to ask you this question and leave you with this thought. What has love taught you about yourself? And when I ask that, I want you to think beyond the obvious. Think beyond what's right in front of you. Who is someone in your life that you're grateful for today? Not just because they've done something big or because they've been consistent, or just someone who shows up, someone who checks in, someone who loves you quiet and steady ways. Like, who is someone who has been there for you? Gratitude, it's not just about remembering people. It's about recognizing them while they're still here, while they're still alive. And since it's Valentine's season, remember, love isn't only roses and romantic dinner and romance. Sometimes love shows up as consistency. Love shows up as checking in. Sometimes love shows up just sitting there on the couch with someone. So if someone came to mind, take this as a sign to tell them that you love them. So if this episode, resonated with you, spoke to you, leave a review. Comment one lesson that you learned from love and what has love revealed to you. I would love to see the comments, the feedback, and what you guys are doing to celebrate this love season. I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys can like, subscribe, leave a review, follow the show. I would love to continue to grow this community and increase the engagement here as well. And that's all I have for you. I thank you so much. Peace out. Love you.